I want to particularly say what a pleasure it is to be with Councilman Jackson and thank him for his leadership. Also to welcome and thank Councilman Aponte for being here for his leadership. I want to welcome Dennis Langley from the Urban League, Brenda Clement from the Housing Network, and many of our housing partners. Together we've worked very hard over the past 6 years to strengthen our city's neighborhoods. We've brought in new investment, encouraged home ownership, and made our city safer. Over the past 2 years in particular, the City of Providence has been working very hard with our housing partners and a variety of public-private partnerships to protect the progress that we've made in the neighborhoods of our city and to help homeowners keep their homes. However, despite all those efforts, we recognize the need in this moment for even bolder action to support homeowners and tenants who live in the neighborhoods of our city. And that's why today I'm very pleased to be here to sign into law 2 new ordinances sponsored by Councilman Jackson that directly address these situations. The first helps tenants with eviction who are threatened with eviction from foreclosure. It protects tenants who are paying rent, living by the rules, and whose building where their apartment is located is foreclosed. It allows renters to remain in foreclosed properties for the duration of their lease term. If there is no lease, it will allow a month-to-month agreement subject to laws enacted at the state for such arrangements. Second, the financial institution or the lender is required to provide tenants with written notice in both English and Spanish stating the name and address of the successor owner so the tenant will know to whom the rent should be paid. Next, it will require the successor owner of the property to continue to provide essential services such as heat, running water, electricity or gas or other utilities per the existing agreement with the tenant. So there will be notice to the tenant, maintenance of those services, notice to where the rent should be forwarded in the coming months. And if the property is about to enter into foreclosure, the mortgage holder or financial institution must also provide the tenant with written notice of the property's sale. The mortgage holder or lender must also provide contact information to the tenant for non-legal services as well as other HUD-approved counseling services. So the purpose of that first ordinance is really make sure the tenants have notice, that they're treated fairly, that they can stay in the property if they're paying their rent, if they have a rental agreement, if they're not, that they're given an opportunity to contest it as permitted by state law, but that they be given also a guarantee that the utilities and water and the other things which are subject of the agreement will continue to be provided. So that's the first ordinance. The second ordinance focuses on homeowners who are in danger of losing their homes to foreclosure by requiring a mediation process. This was really modeled after what Mayor Nutter did in the city of Philadelphia with great success. It really protects homeowners who have worked very hard to become homeowners, to buy their home, a very important asset, and who want to stay in their homes. It guarantees homeowners the assistance of a HUD-approved counselor and a meeting with their lender to work out a deal if possible and save their property before any foreclosure can occur. And what we found from looking around the country is where those meetings happen, where you obligate the lender and the homeowner to come together, very often it can be worked out. Financial institutions do not want to become real estate holders. They don't have any interest in owning real estate. And so if you can bring them together with a HUD-approved counselor, many times they can work out arrangements so that the homeowner can remain in a home. So this ordinance will require that to happen before a foreclosure can proceed. Both sides are required to participate. There will be a HUD-approved counselor and an independent counseling agency that will help to mediate this prior to the foreclosure. And it will prevent the recording by the new owner unless it has been certified that this process has been complied with. And so there's a real incentive to make sure it happens. As part of this effort, in addition to signing these ordinances, we're also getting information out to residents of our city in both English and Spanish in a card, which will be available after this conference. This is really very bold action taken by the City of Providence. I want to thank the members of the council who supported it. This is really about our collective responsibility to ensure that we protect the vitality of our city and of our neighborhoods, and that we protect families who are struggling against a foreclosure and who are trying to stay in their homes.